Luke Gilliver had been worked near to exhaustion preparing for Christmas. All that remained of the tech team was James Scrooge. Scrooge, a grasping, greedy, nasty old man. He was as tough as rock and so cold inside his face appeared frozen. Scrooge did not take care of anyone, and rarely did anybody care for him. Even Christmas cabaret cheer couldn't unfreeze his frozen heart. One Bootham Christmas, he was busy in his office setting extra maths prep. He had left his office door wide open to keep an eye on college. "A Merry Christmas," greeted college students who arrived asking about cabaret. "Are there no lessons?" asked Scrooge. "No activities? And for the last time I say there will be no cabaret." The students went out into the bitterly cold afternoon, trembling. Finally, it was time for the quiz. "They'll want the entire afternoon off, I suppose," Scrooge snapped. There was a knock on the open door. Then slowly and gradually, something appeared. Scrooge could hardly believe it. "Why don't you believe your eyes?" asked the ghost. "Are you Luke's ghost?" questioned Scrooge. The ghost let out a scary cry and rattled its keys. "Mercy!" cried Scrooge. "Why do you trouble me?" Again the ghost shook its chains. "And why are you chained up?" Scrooge added. "These chains are penalties for people not booking the hall early enough," said the ghost. "There are some waiting around for you too, and getting heavier every day." "But you are good at tech," said Scrooge. "But at what cost?" said the ghost. "I've come here tonight to alert you," said the ghost. "You might avoid my fortune. You will be haunted by 3 spirits, and expect the first ghost when the bell rings once." The ghost faded away. Scrooge closed the window as well as checking the door, and he went back to his marking. "Must have been my lunch," said Scrooge. "There's more of gravy than of grave about that ghost." The bell rang once. A ghostly figure appeared at the door. Scrooge gasped. He was one-on-one with the strangest creature he had ever witnessed. "Are you the spirit I was informed about?" he asked. "I am," said the ghost gently. "I am the ghost of Bootham Cabaret past. Your past." The ghost showed Scrooge old footage of previous cabarets. "But I was only a head of department then. I could spend time on cabaret." Then they were back in a busy hall. "I was so young and happy," said Scrooge. "Spirit, remove me! I cannot tolerate it any more!" cried Scrooge. "This is exactly what happened. Do not blame me," said the ghost. Scrooge started to struggle with the ghost. The spirit sank down, and Scrooge went back to his marking. Again, Scrooge was startled as the bell rang twice. He looked around, and there was another ghost. "I am the ghost of Bootham Cabaret present. Look at what your cancelling cabaret has done." Scrooge accompanied the ghost to the hall, where Glum College had another talk on UCAS instead of a cabaret. They tried to be cheerful, but to no avail. "Have they no place to go?" asked Scrooge. "Are there no lessons? No activities?" the spirit responded, using Scrooge's own words and phrases. The clock struck, and the spirit disappeared. As the last chime died away, Scrooge did find a hooded phantom approaching nearer. The phantom floated quietly up to Scrooge. "Are you the ghost of cabaret yet to come?" he questioned. The phantom said absolutely nothing, but directed its ghostly hand. "Ghost of the future," cried Scrooge. "I fear you a lot more than any other, but I shall go with you." They left the crowds and visited a part of town Scrooge had never ever visited. Glum students did not know the joy of Bootham Cabaret here. "Answer me one question, then," asked Scrooge. "Have I seen what will happen, or what might happen?" Still, the ghost stayed silent. Trembling all over, Scrooge crept up to the end-of-term arrangements and read the words upon it. With a terrible cry, Scrooge grabbed the ghost's robe. "No, spirit, not again!" But the phantom simply directed to Scrooge and back to the grave. "I'm not the person I was!" Scrooge cried. "Let me change!" Scrooge closed his eyes to pray. When he opened them once again, the phantom had gone. He was back in his very own office. "Ha!" he laughed. "I'm as light as a feather, as happy as a schoolchild. Thank you, ghost. From now on I will keep cabaret in my heart throughout the year." Looking from his window, he saw some lower schoolroom. "You there, small person, what day is it?" "Why, it's Bootham Christmas Day," said the student. "Then take these stroopwafels and feed Luke. There will be cabaret today." Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good cabaret.